As an actor, last couple of questions, Jon Voight. A lot of people say Mitt Romney is stiff and remote. I don't see that.
I think full of baloney.
Okay, tell people what you think about it.
Look, here's the deal, guys. You're getting a lot of, you know, what we're dealing with. The Democratic Party is no longer the Democratic Party. It's not the Democratic Party of John Kennedy or anything prior to that.
Right.
It's turned. It's become a left-wing party. It's become a propaganda party. And their propaganda, the one thing they do well is propaganda. Everything else is a mess. But they are very good at propaganda. And of course, Obama himself is studied under the masters of propaganda with Alinsky and Frank Marshall Davis and you know, Ayers and all those guys, right? So that's what they're good at doing. They're good at taking a page out of the Alinsky book, Rules for Radicals, and demonizing.
Focus, demonize, isolate.
That's right. Focus, isolate, demonize. And that's what they do well. So they take a guy like Mitt Romney, who has absolutely there's no crack in the armor. They can't get to him, you see?
Yep.
So they invent another Mitt Romney. And the Mitt Romney that they have invented is stiff and dull and this and that, you know what I mean, and remote, and lives in an ivory tower. Nothing could be further from the truth. The guy's been out in the public sphere for all his life. He's been in service of the public, and his record stands. And people have seen how he behaves. And if you ask the people who worked on the Olympics with him, and I have a niece who worked on the Olympics with him, I said, what did you think about working with Mitt Romney? He says, oh man, we loved him. That's what happens with Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney has followers that love him. When people,
testify.
when this whole thing about Bain Capital, when the attacks came from Bain Capital, he went to something like everybody that he'd worked with. He had no turndowns. They all said, yes, we'll step up for you.
Jon Voight, what a pleasure. They ought to keep you on Radio Row for the next 5 days. Thank you, my friend. It's great to have you back.
Great, Hugh.
Thank you, Jon. Take care. God bless. I'll be right back from Radio Row in Tampa to the Hugh Hewitt Show.
Great.
Terrific.
Questions
they
of today's program are brought to you by
because that is what they're hitting.